back alleyway where we'll check out our three sisters that we planted out a couple of episodes back, and they're doing really well. Plants are looking really great. Let's get down and look, except for, as I said, those bugs. They're really out there. They're trying to get us. They're trying to take things down, but we're gonna prevail. We're gonna prevail. I know it. Let's take a look. Sunflowers. Do you remember they were really ravaged by those bugs early on? They're doing strong now. They're trying to reach up to the fence line, catch all that sun. All right. So I said we got squash, zucchini, I believe, there, with a lot of our beans. They're starting to pop out, and in there you can see all the little corns coming up as well. Like I said, see, we got some, they're just getting eaten up. That's why I planted plenty of them in there, so hopefully we'll get some good plants that'll be able to survive this massacre. This guy here, just, I don't know. I just don't know if this one's gonna, it's a zucchini. I don't know if it's gonna survive that. It's trying to put off some new leaves down here in the bottom and whatnot, so we'll see. But right down below it, as we can see here, we got a volunteer of I believe this is a zucchini plant as well that I had growing here last year. So see if one of those two can make the cut. Everything's just going really well down the way. All of our corns are coming up just fine. And even our cucumbers we got started are doing pretty well as well. So there we go. These plants should be taking off here real soon. Next thing you know, they'll be up as tall as the fence. What are you doing, bug? How you doing, sweet girl? You enjoying the sun today? It's been a little rainy, hasn't it? Yeah. It's a good day to roll around in the gravel, huh? All right, real quick, let's take a look up on the rooftop and see how those peppers are doing. All right, peppers are growing strong. I've only been up here a couple of weeks now. And as always with peppers, you got some that just straggle along a little bit. Some that just grow and take off. But I think so far we're looking really nice here. All right, now that we've taken a tour around the home gardens, the back patio, the alleyway gardens, let's go head on down to the community garden and see how things are going. I haven't been there for a couple of days. We planted out some corn, I think, the last time I was there, and everything was looking really nice. So after some rains that we got this week, hopefully that those will be doing really well. Let's go check them out. we're down at the community garden now. And I just wanted to kind of give you guys a look around, continue our tour around our gardens, show you a couple of things. I was here the other day and I did get a chance to plant out some corn along with some squash plants that a neighbor of mine had planted out into our community garden space here at the community gardens. So we plan on putting in another experiment of 3 sisters and see how that works as well with squash, beans, and corn. So I did get out the corn already, and we will put some beans out here real soon. Let's take a look down here. I know we got a couple of little, it's just starting to pop up there. Going along there. So we've got them rowed out here in several different rows here. And we do have our spaghetti squash here as well. Look down here. Another oregano bulb that had to be cut down. So we got it all cut bare. It, like the other oregano we have in the other plot, will be back up and full here real soon. And some of our chives are drying out. Should have some good seed out of those here real soon as well. Alright, this being our first plot here. Sunflower, trying to make it up. And this watermelon here, as I think I mentioned last time we looked, just seems like it's really struggling and having a hard time. But it does continue to put out new growth and all of that, so we'll just have to see where that goes. And hopefully this basil will start picking up and getting going. They did just get planted out the other day, so they're probably just still getting used to being put out here. Parsley's taken off pretty good. It ought to be a nice big bunch soon. And the start of our peppers. Not exactly sure which ones I put in order. Let me see here. I believe these are a hot pepper. Oh yeah. World's hottest right there. And I think I put most of my hots right up front, and then down the middle we got some sweet peppers down at the end there as well. Zucchini squash and a butternut squash, and our melons coming through here as well. So I'm really looking forward to this plot. Actually, take a look at that. Sunflower is really taking off now too. And guys, still shorter than me. Won't take long, you'll be taller. And some more squash. And peppers. All right, so hopefully here in the next couple of months, our peppers will really climb up and we'll get some real trailing out of our cantaloupes and melons and some real good size squash plants bursting out of there. All right, some of my herbs and stuff I planted out down here. Still kind of trying to make it along. Chives are doing really well. One little patch of garlic chives. Trying to grow up there, trying. I'm sure they'll do well in time though. As we look right here, planted out in one of the recent previous episodes, some bush beans. So we got some nice bush beans coming out here. And soon I want to set up kind of a setup that they can grow into and kind of keep them held up here real soon. And as we see here, we got some nice growth in the bulbs on some of our onions that haven't went to seed. So be harvesting those up here real quick here in a couple of days as these onion flowers here. Look at those flowers. Start to dry up, and we'll be saving some onion seeds as well from our red onions and our Walla Walla onions we grew here last year. All right, and there's that thyme or oregano again, like I just mentioned in the community plot over there. We cut this one down in one of my early episodes, and just weeks later, there it is, right back up, ready to be cut back down again and harvested, dried out. We should have plenty of oregano for us this year. Now, let's take a look down here. We got our snow peas growing up right here. Just this little kind of fence thing I built up here in the plot. Grew right up there, and in just the last several weeks that it grew and started producing those pea pods, I've harvested tons of them off of there. And so the last couple of days during the rain and all of that, I let some of the pods go, and as you can tell, they are really big, getting really tough as well. So what we'll be doing is letting those dry up, dry out, and we'll be saving those seeds to plant out later this fall. Okay. Down there, another sunflower. Just not too sure how many of these sunflowers I want to keep around. This guy definitely, though. Look at him. This one is going to produce a massive sunflower. Look forward to showing you guys that. We'll probably collect and harvest and roast up sunflower seeds here at the end of the season. Did want to get back down here and look. Do got our tomato plants growing really well in there. Starting to take off and come up. Let's do here, another one there. And right over there. Going up through the middle. Right down here though is, as I mentioned before, my favorite cucumber, a lemon cucumber. This plant's starting to take off good there, so look forward to getting some fruits coming off this here in some weeks to come. There's another tomato there. As we look up our leeks, flowers trying to burst out there on that leek. So we'll do the same thing as we did with the onions, and we'll let those bloom out and then dry, and we'll collect the seed of the leeks there. I really liked these leeks. I harvested a bunch of them after winter time, and they were awesome. They were great. So that's why I decided I'm going to keep these 3 in here and actually seed them out, just so I can get the seed from them. Tomato plant there. And some marigolds trying to bloom out and get going. I bought those in one of those sales you get where the plants look like they're about dead and they're willing to practically give them away to you. So I picked up a few of those, and they're starting to take off. They should be all right. This one's got a lot of new blooms that are ready to pop out here pretty soon. All right, and on to the greens. Whereas showed before, we have a Brussels sprouts. It's really small. It's not going very far right now, and we are pretty late in the season, so not too sure exactly how well this guy's going to continue to do as we are hitting the hotter part of the year, as I've mentioned before. We do got some really nice greens in here. Take a look in there. We got some nice spinach still growing in there. And this Asian green, a mustard green, a tatsoi or something like that. Maybe down in the comments somebody can mention to me if you know exactly what this is. Purchased it because it was just such a magnificent color. I just really wanted to grow this, sort of like the bok choy and the other Asian greens. Get really nice stems down at the bottom there. Okay, one of those curly kale. That's my favorite kind of kale right there. Really like that. It's really starting to take off, and start harvesting leaves off of that. And our red Russian kale. Let's see here. We got a green here, gone to seed. So I'll pretty much be pulling this out. And a broccoli. Now it decided to push a crown really quick and spread right out. Just within a couple of days too. Very quickly decided it was not going to want to stick around this season. And like I mentioned before at the home gardens, this red lettuce, the red lettuce, I'm telling you, very heat tolerant, delicious. I love the red colors in my lettuce. These are great. And some Swiss chards. Showing off some color in our garden. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Community garden spaces. Looking really nice. Other than, of course, the actual wood and whatnot that we've got here. I've totally got to reconstruct a lot of this. A lot of these plots were just put together very quickly and hastily, just so we can get our plants and whatnot in. And it's just kind of stayed that way. And will be one of my projects this year, is to really kind of fix that up a lot better. As you can tell, we got some real professional gardeners here taking care of their stuff really well. This is a neighbor of mine, one who's planted out the spaghetti squash out over in the community garden. She really puts together a really nice garden herself. All right. One, thank you so much for joining me today on our garden tours around the house, here at the community gardens, and we did get a chance to take a look up on the roof at those peppers. It was a really fun tour, went a little bit long, but that kind of happens when you've got a lot of things to show. I hope you guys really enjoyed everything. Please hit the like button if you can. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, hit me in the comment section below. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you again on The Urban Gardener. For a minute, that was pretty fun. Let me start this over again. That I got going on. I don't really sound there briefly. These all right, so let's get this tried. We're gonna try this over and over again until we get it right, okay? Just for two. All right, everyone.